audio check?
Yeah, let's check and see how we sound.
Alrighty.
Oh, my voice doesn't sound too crazy.
No, your voice doesn't sound bad.
Bad at all? Cool.
We might need to bring the music down just a smidge.
Okay, gotcha. I usually do.
You haven't started streaming it to Twitch yet.
Nope, I have not.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Yes.
So I can...
Leveling up.
Perfect.
Leveling up. We can't level up in DC 20 yet because we're waiting for the subclasses, but we can level up in our broadcasting abilities.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do this.
Alrighty. It looks like we are all set and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to TDOG, the Adventures of Zira. Last time we left off, we had successfully won our challenge, which in turn granted us the help of the 3 adventurers, and we, with Toggle's wonderful assistance, we were able to convince them that it would be in their best interest, as far as social status, to help us beat the Drow at their own game. So our mission now is to find a creature that would be worthy of trading to the Drow, so that way they can kind of get in and get close and basically steal stuff right from under their noses. I'm hearing audio somewhere.
I am. I think it's because of my headset. Let me just double check it and see. Bitch, it is because it's still connected.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Right, best you can.
When you hear the annoying little whisper.
I know. It's like, oh, it's so annoying. Cool. Yeah. Hey, so we are going through it and we'll see how she does. She has almost made it. So her main mission is basically getting to Men's Baranzan. And to do that, she needs to go through the first place in the Underdark. She has gone through the Lager Dive. As you guys can see, we have a little screen update. We're going to be playing around with it a little bit more. But the Lager Dive is basically a deep drop that lasts for a couple days descent. You run into a couple creatures and a couple of strange places. So you traveled through there, almost made it to the mouth of Methdoom. And this is the Underdark. This is the mouth of Methdoom. Once you enter through, you are now in the Underdark. And so, yeah, she's having to get through the mouth of Methdoom. She can get through the mouth of Methdoom, she'll be all right. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. So and I have to warn you that basically these creatures look a lot different than Toggle and as well as Kwando. Kwando and Toggle are mid-level, mid-darks. I forget what I called it.
Upper dark.
Yeah, upper dark level creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Now these ones down here in the Underdark, you can just tell they have a different appeal to them. Whereas like in the fish realm, you see how the fish look in comparison, and then you go down to the dark and you can see the different look up, you know what I mean? So they are not usually allowed through Methadome, and it'd be strange for them. I warn you, it would be strange for them to be crossing through. Okay, so that is the thing. It's going to be a bit of a challenge for them to go into an area that they'll be standing out. So
we'll all be standing out. So
yeah,
we got to up our disguise game then.
Yeah. I've never even.
Well, let's see.
Maybe we should get you talking.
Yeah. I mean, Toggle is a rogue, right?
Toggle is actually a barbarian.
Oh, he's a barbarian. Okay. Yeah, what about Kwando?
Kwando, I think he's like somewhat of a hunter, I would assume. I didn't really paint him as a creatures and stuff. Let's actually go over toward them and see what they kind of look like a little bit. Sorry for the people that cannot see and can only hear. But basically Kwando, he is somewhat of like what would you describe him as being?
He looks like a hairy avatar. He's a well, I mean, he's a cat beast of some kind.
Yeah.
Very much, yeah, kind of jungle cat-esque.
Don't read his abilities. I don't want you to
Okay, don't read disabilities.
don't read my notes. Yeah, Kwando. I wouldn't. He's basically he's like a hunter, but he travels through the Lager Dive, and he collects things like creatures and beings to trade. Okay, that's Kwando, and then we have Toggle, and Toggle is obviously a goblin.
Mm-hmm.
He's a goblin, and yeah, he is an older looking fella, kind of looking bewildered and confused and deep eyed. But he is a minor, trade wise, and Kwando is more of, like I said, a capture a hunter kind of thing. So, yeah, let's see, where am I? Make sure we're good. So, looking good. Awesome. Let me just flip this back in. So, yeah, that's what she's trying to focus on doing. And yeah, to get through the mouth of Methdoom, there is an outpost of the Drow, and they kind of guard it, as well as they are very watchful of what goes through the mouth of Methdoom. Okay, um, but yeah, so they had made an agreement. You guys made an agreement with Lucasaur and his guys because they lost that challenge, they lost that battle, and so now that they owe Kwando a favor.
Well, yeah, Kwando basically said we get you. We get to use you. Do you think he would be a fighter? I'm looking at the class
I don't know.
right now.
Fighter. Because all I know is that when I created him, I was like, he has a grappling hook and a rope, and he just swings it and just throws it and hooks things and just does a bunch of, yeah. I'm like, I want to have fun with him. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like it just makes him cool. I operate on cool, not on rule. This is bad for you.
Actually, I think he probably would be a good fighter. It looks like.
I think he might be too. I'll have to kind of like base him out more and stuff. I think we've given him. Basically, Zira is the only one that has a character sheet, which is my wife, and then I usually run Kwando and Toggle. And Toggle is kind of, they're both of them are just a base. They have base abilities, base health. I allow them to utilize actions and stuff, but story-wise, they kind of go in and out. So sometimes she might just be with Toggle, sometimes she might be with Kwando. It's kind of fun just to play through the story and try to mess with my wife and take away her weapons.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And with that, all of a sudden your weapons are missing.
Ah!
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys.
Let's do it.
So you can, let's see, let's get you over to back to showing off our map. I also got someone at the health tracker up in here, so I'll have to fix up their health and their ACs as well. So
yay.
We'll play around with that. I don't like having to go and put in new numbers and things while I'm trying to storytell. Cool. You guys are inside of this private room that you're in, okay? You guys have been relaxing. We'll go ahead and give you a rest if you needed a rest.
I think I took, it had been taken earlier.
My cat trying to climb up on my lap. Its paw is stuck now. It's actually nails like sharp.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Yeah, you are in this private room, okay? And you know that Mr. Seamuck of the Sesame Stool is going to be dropping by to kind of talk to you about some of the items that he might be willing to trade with you. Okay?
Yeah. There he goes.
You can see that Kwando is kind of sharpening up his hooks and stuff. Toggle is kind of just sleeping into the corner in the pile of barrels that he can find. Comfort is not his thing, I don't think.
Nah.
What are you doing as you are resting in this time?
I am probably gonna be thinking about disguises, yeah, because I found that one out the hard way, that the disguise that they had given me originally was not good. And if we're gonna be basically going into the mouth of Methdoom, where, like you said, we're all gonna stick out like sore thumbs. We better have some halfway decent disguises. So I'm gonna look for anything like sackcloths or just old clothing, anything that I might be able to use to maybe fashion a pretty halfway
Probably should
decent.
have bought you up.
Huh? Oh, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Look at that, guys. That's pretty awesome, huh? He's been working hard. You see all of the artwork that is around the outside of our frame right now
Yeah.
is all hand drawn and hand painted, computer painted. I don't know. What'd you?
Computer painted is what the
Yeah.
artistic
Yeah.
people like to. No, but I do a lot of the AI stuff and stuff for the character drawings. Just
But,
makes it so easy.
well, yeah, for the character drawings,
Yeah.
but like all of the stuff on the around the
Around.
outside, you were.
Just depends about how much time I want to spend
Uh.
on some things, and it's like, is it worth it for me to do that much work on? But yeah. As you're going through and stuff, and you're kind of trying to grab some of the things, let's go ahead and roll for a. This makes it so much easier. Let's do. I'm assuming in investigation.
Looking for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're trying to find the right material and stuff. You know what I mean? You a lot of it is a mix of stuff. Yeah.
Nat 20 right off the bat, guys. That's how I like it.
Yeah, that's one of the
My
things.
only good roll this whole day.
That's another thing I want to get is like a dice rolling thing or
Yes.
something kind of.
Yeah, little dice cam.
Yeah, not even dice. Well, I don't like rolling on the online. I don't like rolling with the computer.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh my god, there's so much to a dice. Life.
When you
There's life.
added,
Dice.
you've got the bouncy dice that you
Yep.
fling across the room.
I know. Yeah, you start rifling through a lot of these bags and stuff. They have a lot of like different kind of vegetables and fruits in them and stuff, and just different things inside of some of these bags over in the corner. And then you, a lot of them just not usable at all, unless you start to like try to empty out one of the burlap sacks and try to see if it can fit. A little bit too small. And as you're doing this, you notice what appears to be a very beautiful green fabric laying underneath here. It's like if somebody accidentally left it. Okay. And you can tell that some of the markings are similar to what Toggle or Kwando has been speaking about within going into Methdoom. Okay.
Okay.
The dialect is Underdark.
Well,
Okay.
I can speak Underdark and read Underdark and everything, so that's good. I will take that.
Yes.
So this is gonna be.
Yes, and then as you pick it up, you notice that it has a strange, just presence and weight to it. As you pick it up, it feels heavy, but it is a very light fabric. You know what I mean? The type is,
Magic fabric.
yes, but you don't know. Yeah, it's been another long rest to figure out what it does fully. Okay.
Thank you, Natural 20.
You are welcome. Oh, Seamuck knocks over at the door and he says, "Can I come in?" He grabs up the fabric. "Can I come in?"
Yes.
Ah, so you guys are getting ready to leave. Kind of looks over at Toggle, who's kind of just like kicking and stuff in his sleep. I brought some things. If you're willing to take a look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it's telling me. Critical order recording user distant.
Oh.
No, yeah, that's totally fine. Hopefully our we just want to make sure things. We got one of those error things and stuff, but oh, perfect.
Everything looks like it's still.
No, everything is running good.
Yeah.
It's just the recording. I forget. I always try to stop, not record. Cool. He says, "I have a couple of things." He kind of goes to one of the tables and he starts laying down all the stuff that he has. You can tell that he has what appears to be just your base weapons and stuff, base arrow, and then he has a container full of what appears to be some greener mushrooms, and then he then also sets out what appears to be like a shield, and then somewhat looks like a walking stick, but with kind of like a snake's head tied to it. Okay. All right, then, if you have anything to trade, and everything here is pretty well important and could help you on your venture.
I'm sure. I just kind of like look at the swords.
They're pretty well beaten, but they are very Methdoom or Underdark weaponized. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, your weapon is from a place, and you can tell where it's from. Like, so, okay.
Yes. Well,
I can trade you one of these swords for a silver piece.
Okay.
Cool.
Like I got some moss. Silver, yeah, that works. Okay. So I'll probably stow one of these swords. Does it have any like interesting properties, or is it just like a basic sword?
It is somewhat of a basic sword. It's held pretty well. I mean, you can magically enhance any weapon if you would like. Okay, you can tell that there's nothing special about this sword.
Okay, it's just gonna help with the disguise.
It could probably help with this, guys. Yes.
Okay.
It would, yeah.
Alright, I'm not gonna market them. Because
Gotcha.
I already have 2 short swords.
Gotcha.
So I'll just basically say I'll put one of those swords away, I'll put the other one.
Yep.
Sword. Okay, cool. What about the staff with the snake head? What's the story on that?
He look up at him and he says, this was old gentleman that had left that. Straight of a crazy man. He left it and then he said he was going to return for it, but he didn't. It is obviously magical. It has one spell, and I believe that the spell would probably be some kind of animal handling.
Okay.
Spell, okay.
Would Kwando or Toggle have any use for it?
Tuggle is like passed out. Kwando is kind of like wrapping his rope, tying it nicely so it can come undone really easily. He's not much paying attention as you're kind of like looking over to say that to them. But Kwando doesn't look very what's called, and Toggle is asleep, passed out.
Okay. And what about the green mushrooms?
The green mushrooms, he tells you that basically these are, let's see, basically just food for you,
okay.
feed rations and everything. Yep. Some of the mushrooms that you would find in the safer parts that aren't harmful.
Okay. I think I'm okay with that.
All right.
The staff might come in handy. How much do you want for that?
He says it's going to be 6 silver pieces.
Okay. How many gold, 2 silver again? 10?
1 gold piece is 10 silver pieces.
Okay. Do you have change for a gold?
Yeah, I can do that. He hands it off to you.
Cool.
Make sure you're well equipped. Kwando's like, all right then. Do you want to wake him or what?
Throw a mushroom in his mouth.
You can see the drool just spewing out of his mouth and stuff as it kind of one hits the top of his head and just goes to the side. The next one kind of then hits his mouth and he kind of snuffles. And he looks up at you and he says, I think we should get going already.
Like Kwando and I both have mushrooms like ready to just keep throwing it.
Yeah. The old man kind of goes to, he puts his
Wait, I got marked up. Okay, so Be staff.
Staff of the snake.
Snake. And you said it had a animal handling spell.
It has an animal handling spell. Yep. I'm curious to actually check that out and see what it can do with that. Let's see if I can go through the spells real quick and see. What spell school would it be? Spell school. You can tell that I am a DM rather than a player, so I don't know anything other than like trying to kill my players. Burning flame, fire shield. So yeah, the first school is going to be the fire and flames. The other one is going to be, let's see, ice and illusion list. Nope. Let's give you one in lightning and teleportation list. No. Actually, you do not know what it does. He says, I don't know what it does, but I know that it is very powerful. Be very careful with it. Try not to point that thing at me, please. That's all he does.
Oh, that's not very helpful, is it?
No, but you already purchased it, so goodbye. He also he lets you know that that he knows that the person that had brought it with him had a cat's tail, and then the next day it was gone. Okay, that is what you're able to gain from his information. Seems like we should just Toggle kind of looks and he's like, well, I can eat the head and you can have the stick. Beef.
Do we know how to activate it?
You do not know how to activate it, no.
So I just bought a stick with a snake in it.
You can roll for Arcana, but you won't be able to do that until you take another rest again. You know what I mean? You can do one Arcana check. If you don't roll too well, I'm not going to give you much. But on the next time, after a rest, you can do it again. Okay?
Okay, so just roll Arcana.
Yep.
13.
With 13, as you kind of look at it, it has engravings on it of these words. Okay, it says, I have always the same words that I always come up with. Always at the C. Kasavar.
Okay. What is that? Do I know what
you are able to understand that it is an old Arcana dialect. Okay, we'll leave it at that. But those seem to be the words, and as you say them, and you kind of say it the right way, all of a sudden, you can see that the skin that was dried up within this snake and the bones that are protruding out, somewhat life starts to form in it, and the head starts kind of like cracking and moving, but then your voice kind of cuts back and it forms back into the hardened, skeletal looking, dried up snake.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll save that for later then.
Toggle kind of pauses and he's like, can you do that again? Maybe
No.
For them alive. Yeah, he's watching your staff.
Okay, so there's
Kasavara.
Savara.
Okay, with that, you guys start making your guys' way out. Okay, Seema kind of serve you guys up a big meal. You guys get all one temporary. You get a one temporary HP, and you make your guys' way out of the Sesame Stool.
Cool.
The last day before you go to the mouth of Methdoom.
Okay, so do we have one of the T brothers with us to go hunt whatever creature it is we're trying to hunt?
No. They said that they will gather with you near the entrance of Methdoom, and you can then work with them to figure out what you want to do. Okay? This is not part of their agreement.
Okay.
Mainly because, for me, the DM, I don't want to have to run another guy. You're like, oh, I want to be able to utilize them to take the brunt of the damage, and
Yeah.
I know exactly. Um,
The more people we have, the more they
do
can
we
learn
have that
things.
guy that is gonna come with us to kill him and is dispensable?
Well, no, there are so many times that we'll be playing as a group,
No.
and he's got like an NPC, and we're getting our butts just handed to us, right? And it's like, wait up a second. Okay, this creature's taking all these turns, but there's an NPC that is supposed to be helping too, and like, whatever happened to that guy? Oh yeah, he's just kind of like hanging out, cheering y'all on. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you get in here. Cool. You guys take a nice long walk through the entrance and stuff. Kwando starts getting his grappling hook and he slings it across the way. It hooks to some of the protruding spires that stick out. And then you guys start sliding down. I don't know if you guys are doing too much talking. He kind of informs you about the mouth of Methdoom. He says, whatever creature we catch, the creature will go and then be taken into the pit and be dropped into this pit. And this pit has mushrooms growing in it that cause the creature to fall asleep instantly. Okay?
I want to get some of these mushrooms.
I don't know if that would be a good idea.
Oh, okay, well.
He then says to you, something that we're looking for is, and I'm actually really happy about this creation. I made this monster myself. The polar bear panther.
You called it a panther bear.
Was it a panther bear? No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a panther bear.
Yeah.
Because panther bear doesn't sound cool. Polar panther. Polar panther. What? I like polar panther.
Polar panther, okay.
Not panther polar. Wouldn't sound right.
No.
Polar panther.
Panther bear.
Polar panther.
Bear panther.
All I knew is I wanted to have a polar bear.
A polar bear panther cross.
Panther cross, yeah. So,
It's actually really cool. Anyway, one of my natural abilities that I have is to be able to track a creature or a group of creatures, so I can learn. It says, while tracking a creature or group of creatures, you can also learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. So I'm gonna start looking around on the ground, just for tracks of. I'm gonna talk to Kwando. I'm assuming that we are going to need a creature of some substance in order, or is there some kind of creature that the Drow tend to prefer, or will any old just cave dweller do?
Says, yes, I've worked with the Drow many times, and they prefer something known as the Grandor. Grandor are very rare creatures that look in the Underdark, look near the Underdark. They somewhat of like a mixed breed that has come and just blended in. It can drift from one to the next place, from the Underdark to the Upper Dark. But I haven't seen one since I've been through here very often. It's very hard to track, but they are quick. They can hear you. They will know your presence, and they will leave.
What do they look like?
They are these gigantic black bears, covered in the pits of the dark maw that you would find in the Underdark.
Cool. Sounds fun.
They like to swim in it.
Okay.
Doggle's kind of just charging up forward and stuff. He's kind of like making lots of noises as he's kind of looking and going through and stuff. I don't think that he likes you and Kwando's relationship. He's trying to like show that he knows where he's going and what he's doing and stuff. He's kind of picking up things, picking up rocks, throwing them, sniffing the ground and stuff, something like a dog a little bit. Okay. And you said, what is your thing? What does your thing do? It allows you to.
I can just track and figure out like how many there are and how long they've been Hey Toggle, you find anything good?
No, not yet. Kind of like doesn't look at you. He just kind of focuses and he just keeps going forward and forward. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna stealth ahead.
Gotcha. He kind of sees that you've kind of jumped ahead of him and stuff, and then he kind of quickly paces himself. Don't worry, I'll get it.
Oh my god,
Kinda
a
goes,
15
runs
for
over.
stealth.
Okay, for 15 for stealth. Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm just be like, shh.
Um,
It's time to become one with the darkness.
You can hear in the same chamber that you guys are in, you can hear the scrapings and the scratchings of a lot of these, like the giant spiders that you've run into before. And then you can see what appears to be other hunters or other collectors, I forget what I call them, traveling through Lagerdive and stuff. Traders. Traders traveling through Lagerdive, descending down on their ropes and stuff. They don't look at you too much, and then kind of Kwando kind of signals to them, and then kind of does like a friendly wave or a signal, and they continue down.
He's the rogue. He's got thieves' cant.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Anyway.
And with that, you see what appears to be an opening and stuff, and then you see some kind of like I shouldn't say a baby version, but a smaller but dog-sized spider, dragging its body along the floor as though it's been smashed partially, and then it's hissing. And then all of a sudden it starts tapping, like, and it starts tapping onto the stones.
Oh, I'm gonna dispatch it.
Cool. You step right up on it. Let me just go ahead and just do a little deal. There he is. And you just slash it. Okay.
And I'm gonna collect this poison.
No poison in the little ones.
Okay.
Poison in the little ones. You can tell that something had probably attacked this thing. You don't know what fully. Okay. Kwando's on searching on his own a little bit. So is Toggle. But you can see it had dragged. You can see markings of where it had dragged itself from. Okay. And you can see what appears to be somewhat shadows in the distance, like moving, and they're I think they're being casted by the glittering of, like, the glow of the I forgot to call it, marsh. It's like a swamp and stuff inside of the Underdark.
Okay.
Water.
So I'm gonna tie some rope around the body of the fire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna basically throw it like a fishing lure.
Okay. You are about 20 feet away from the rest of your party.
Mm-hmm.
As you chuck this down the way, this cavern or this opening that you had called, it goes flying. And let's go ahead and roll for animal handling.
Animal handling, huh?
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay. Nothing pulls at that line that you just threw.
Okay.
With that, you can hear Kwando yelling something. Something down here? I got something. I think and Toggle kind of like quickly runs over in the direction where Kwando is, okay? You can see what appears to the shadow all of a sudden kind of form up a little bit, and then it quickly, like, it just grows. The shadow grows and grows and grows, and where you're at, it's very dark, okay? And then you see what appears to be these eyes, these red and bluish eyes, as it stands up fully, and it is beyond your size. And then its body just drops down, and then it goes, and your line just gets ripped right out of your hand. And this thing, you can tell it turns and it runs back.
Can I mark it?
You can if you want to.
Oh wait. You said it was 20 spaces away from me, or?
No, your friends were 20 spaces away.
Oh, okay. Okay, boom, I'm marking it then.
I think I got an underslug down over here.
I got a bear.
What?
There's a big black something or other that just took
Are you
me.
sure? Or do you know
Yes.
what it was? What did you...
I've got it. I'm locked in on it right now. So
Jago comes over and he's like, I think we got a slug over here. Another slug. Come on. Hurry, we can catch it if you don't.
okay, I'm gonna roll a survival check to try to track it. And I have advantage
Okay.
to find the target. Uh, 13.
Is it a 13 to track it?
Yes.
Cool. You continue on through it. Curious about your tracking. Hunter's Mark, you said? Let me take a look at it. Hunter's Strike, Hunter's Mark. You focus on a marked creature you can see within 15 spaces, which I'll give that to you. You mark creature. Okay, you have advantage on awareness and survival checks made to find the target. Okay. The first martial attack against your target on your turn is advantage. Ignores PR. Okay. When you score a heavy or critical hit against the target. Okay. Mark persistence. The target is marked as long as it is on the same plane of existence. Okay. Cool. Yep. You guys continue on down this way. It dips down low. It is, like I said, it is pretty dark down here and stuff. And as you kind of like almost slip through the opening, you can see what appears to be, and you grab yourself, you can see there's a gaping kind of area. And in the center, there is what appears to be like a pool of darkened water, okay? And you can see what appears to be this gigantic beast galloping to around it. So in the center, there's a big giant pool, okay? And this big creature is kind of galloping around it, okay? So we'll go ahead and make this it, okay? So in this middle center area is that pool area, okay? And this creature is to the opposite side somewhat, okay? There's also a mixture of what appears to be just a mawed off tent. It is destroyed. It is completely destroyed what appears to be some kind of a campsite. You kind of roughly see it because of the glow of the water for some reason. Something about it is making it glow. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Still trying to understand, like, regaining stamina. It says that if I take a search action and successfully locate a hidden creature, so would that be considered like a survival check made to find the target?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, it's very confusing. It's very specific.
I think it is very specific. I don't usually do a lot of hide actions and stuff, so it kind of makes it a little bit hard for what's called, but we'll see on this one. Maybe, maybe it might play out more.
Yeah. It's just, it's tough because it's like, oh, I want to regain that stamina point so I can use it for other things, but like there's very, very specific things I have to do.
Yep.
That's I think probably one of my main frustrations with the hunter class is trying to regain the stamina point. It feels like the rogue class is very easy to regain your stamina. Like it almost takes no effort to regain your stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the hunter, it takes very, very specific actions in order to regain it. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Because I mean, you can use obviously your stamina to do a lot of things. I think it's.
Well, it's a lot of like.
I think it depends on the power of your character. You know what I mean? If the rogue's abilities aren't as strong, you know what I mean, getting its stamina back is understandable quickly. But if yours is like pretty strong and stuff, then it's like, okay, well, you shouldn't be getting your stamina back as easily because.
I mean, there's only 2 things that I can use. I mean, I suppose I could use it as an action for an attack, but there's only 2 abilities that I can use with stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Anyway, so we see this creature.
Yep, it is somewhere in the distance and stuff, and it is going to go ahead and try to stealth, and you're going to go ahead and try to roll. Let's actually go ahead and roll off a skill challenge.
Okay.
Let me grab my dice. A skill challenge, because actually what's going to happen is that it's going to try to hide from you guys and try to get away from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Grab my dice. Cool. So in this skill challenge, it is going to be a. Let's see, how good is it stealth wise? It is going to be 11, and let's get.
Okay.
All you need is just one success. As long as you can beat 11.
Okay. For a search.
Whatever you want to do. It's always harder to do like a skill challenge with one person. And it's like, okay, what's the purpose? Might as well just do a skill check.
Mm-hmm.
Skill check. I've been trying to figure out how to do like more. I mean, the way we run skill challenges is not too bad because we have like rounds, but it's challenging for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make it more balanced. I want to make it to where it's a kind of like you can add things and make it more fun for yourself and easier to accomplish it with decisions rather than just a roll of a dice. Cool. You can see this gigantic creature kind of like moving about, and then it kind of steps over to the edge of the water, and then it kind of splashes it up in the air, and then you can tell that it kind of is trying to descend into the water. Okay, what are you doing?
I want to do a search action, but I'm trying to. What specifically is it? Is it just investigation? I guess.
Yep. So just go ahead and roll for what's called search action.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find that in the rule book.
Search, locate creature, object within the line of sight. Creatures, your awareness versus its stealth. Okay, so you.
It's for the hide.
What do you mean?
That's to hide is a stealth check against the passive awareness. But using search.
So you said you're trying to search? Is that part of your class abilities and stuff, or is that just
a search action? Just basic search action.
Yeah, the basic search action is to locate. You can either locate a creature or an object.
Okay. Yeah, so it's awareness then?
Yeah, it's just awareness versus your versus my stealth.
16.
Does your hunter's mark do anything for you? This would be good to just kind of try to understand and play out and see how well your
I get
hunter plays it.
advantage on awareness and survival checks. Awareness.
Yeah. Come on, Christine. Oh my gosh.
Not much better.
Not much better. See? Cool. And with that, it kind of looks like it went in the water, but you cannot fully tell where it went. It is pretty, it's a distance away and it's pretty dark. I wish I can probably make let me see if I can make the room dark. Let's see if that works. You can see the,
Oh, it's very dark.
Let's go ahead and give you what do you have line of sight of?
I have dark vision of like 10 spaces, I believe.
Okay, let me see if I can add a line of sight. Vision, enabled for dark vision for, you said 10 spaces?
I have subterranean, 10 spaces. And I have tremor sense of 3 spaces. So
5.
I can feel him moving.
5.
Close to me. He's underground, but show me.
You said you have dim, right?
Well, that's dark vision.
You have dark vision. This is something I haven't used. Don't hate me for it. Hate me for what's called. Okay. So line of sight. Let's just do a bright light source. Boom, and then we'll do you because you don't know the dark vision, do you?
Nope.
No, it's called. I think it's 5.
5 maybe.
Yeah, 5. 5. because every space is 2. See if that worked. Haha. Oh, enable it. Let's see. Go. You got this. You can do it. This is why I don't like technology too much. Fog of war, token exploration, maybe line of sight. Can you like see everything?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should only be seeing squares. Okay, I know what it is. Hey guys, we're playing around with maps. Line of sight. No. It's gonna be 5 and 5. Save. Okay.
Ah, so that's all I can see. Cool. Does it move with me?
Yeah, it moves with you. Of course it moves with you. I mean, that's your eyes. Okay. Let me see if I can mess around with it a little bit more. Yeah, that's all you can see. What do you want to do? I'll let you go ahead and roll for initiative, and then we'll run it through.
Okay.
So I'll do dim is 10. 10. Enter.
Got a non-net 20.
There. Say that's a little bit better for you. Non-net 20.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha for initiative.
Yep.
Awesome. Let me go roll my dice and see. Oof, gosh, okay. Yeah, you get to go first.
Okay.
You are very unsure of where this creature is, okay? You're at the top of the hill. If you want to, you could descend down.
I am going to do a knowledge check.
Okay.
And it's gonna look like me talking to Kwando and Toggle. Like, what can you guys tell me about this creature that we are currently hunting? 11.
With 11, they kind of like, Quando kind of whispers to you. He says that this thing moves fast. So be very careful. And there's something about it. I know that. He basically tells you that this creature kind of like can shoot something out of its mouth.
Okay.
Okay. And it is very strong, for sure.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Did you want to do anything else for your turns?
Yes. I am going to, because that gave me my stamina point back.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the stamina point to set up a hunter strike. It does not take an action, but I use the stamina point. I think I'm going to do, let's see what's, yeah, flip that on the other side. These are the conditions, right? Yeah.
Yep, conditions. Let me see if I can get this a little bit for you. There you go.
Okay.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, I do know what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to set up on my bow. I'm gonna put the acid condition on it. So I did a check. Oh no, I don't have to. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do another awareness check. To try to find it.
Yep.
11.
Yep. You know, it has its body. It's kind of like, you can't really see its eyes, but you can see its ears kind of popping out of the water of this muck. Okay.
Okay.
It's kind of like watching and waiting for you guys.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do an attack on it then, and I will. Let's see, because I have Hunter's Strike or Hunter's Mark on it, I get an advantage.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to impart another condition upon it as well. 1, 2, okay. So that is 23 non-natural.
23 non-natural.
To hit.
It's gonna be a brutal hit.
Brutal hit, awesome. Okay, so not only is it slow. Oh wait, let me see. Does it? Oh, he needs to do an agility save.
Okay. It's gonna be a 8. No go. Huh?
No.
So what conditions do I have on?
Okay, so he is slowed.
Okay.
He is bleeding.
Nice.
Okay. And then with it being a brutal hit, that's 3 damage plus 2 corrosive damage. So that's 5 damage total.
Okay.
And he has a
go.
D8 help die against him.
He has a help die against him now?
Uh-huh.
Got you. Okay.
So I'm just gonna be like,
Yep. Let me go ahead and put it on our original. I wish I could figure out how I can. That's the thing I didn't set us up for. Really. Let me see if I can actually do it in here. Curious.
oh, for. See,
Yeah.
Polar Panther. Haha.
Polar Panther. That's what I named it. See, that's what it was called.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you were saying Panther Bear.
Panther Bear.
Yeah. Gosh. No, I can't show it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the arrow goes flying. I don't think I can, no, because wish I could.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Let me see. I can probably make it work.
Can you put it in the chat? Can I put it? Would I be able to put it in the chat?
No, let me just go ahead and let me see. 'Cause it only can see this. Yeah, we'll check it out later. My mind is not there to kind of figure out.
That's too bad because it's a really,
I know.
it's a really cool. It's AI generated, but it's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. We'll make sure that we post it at one point or another on in the comments. We'll post it in the comments so you guys can see it.
There you go. Cool.
I don't know what to do with this though. I don't know if I can put it in the chat.
Cool. Yep, your arrow goes flying through the air, and then all of a sudden you just hear it hit the water, and then you see those ears go down into the water, okay? And then all of a sudden you then see a glowing of blue coming from the water. I don't know if you can add it in there.
No.
I don't think so.
No, so we'll have to put it in the comments.
You can see what appears to be a glowing in the water and stuff, okay? And all of a sudden...
Did I lose?
Did you get it?
Hang on.
No, I'm going to keep going. You can see... Yeah, we're still streaming. You can see what appears to be a kind of like some kind of a blue glow in the muck and stuff. It's like the only thing that's lighting up in this whole chamber, okay? And then all of a sudden a blaze comes straight through the water and goes into your guys' direction, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
remember, he's slowed.
yes, but it doesn't matter Go ahead and make a agility save, please.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. Both Toggle and Kwando have to make that save as well.
18.
18? Okay, you succeeded. As you quickly just dart out of the way, you can see all of a sudden the ground right in front of you just start to kind of crystallize and freeze up.
Oh.
And then the shards just shoot up. And it actually... Gosh, all you guys dodged it. How the heck did I roll so good for, like... I rolled 2 14s plus the 2 that they get, and they beat the darn DC. Those two, they quickly kind of, like, dash out of the way. Okay? So that was 1 and 2. Then it is going to use it. So you said movement is halved. It would be, like, every 2. So that's 1, 2. So every square is 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gosh. No, should he run towards you or should he hide? I don't know. You know what? As a monster, as a DM, like sometimes I just want to I'm like, I hate you for doing that. I'm gonna thrash you. I'm gonna destroy you. But then it's like, oh, but that's the bad thing to do. You know what I mean? Like
that's right. What we want you to do.
No. Okay, I have 2 options. I can either charge her and use up most of my actions because she slowed me to get to her. Okay. So I would use up that would use up both of my actions just to get to her, which would be a waste of my action. Okay.
Should we take a poll?
No, we shouldn't.
Give us your feedback, guys. Should he charge me?
No, this thing goes deeper into the lake, and it is going to then hide from you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do that, and yeah, it is pretty deep in this water. Okay. What are you guys gonna do? How am I gonna go after them and they can kind of like? I had to make them come to me.
Yeah,
Oh, now I'm playing right. Cool.
Oh, did you take bleeding damage?
Yep, we'll take the bleeding damage.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. I have no clue how having unique oils and I suppose it would be a weapon accessory. Because like one of my abilities for my Hunter Strike is a snare, which basically they have to do a physical save against being grappled, and I'm like, how exactly would that work? Like, unless I can fire a bolo kind of thing from my bow. Well, how does that work? Anyway, so we got Kwando and Toggle's turn, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Cool, let's do this. Yay. Kwando kind of just alright then, we have to corner it and not let it leave. He quickly charges in this direction. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stops right around there. Okay. He points at you to tell Toggle. Toggle's kind of just like leaning up against the rock face, kind of just looking like.
Toggle, can you go over there? So that way we can flank it.
Why doesn't he just tell you himself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go that far. Okay. Cool. Both the movement actions do. And then Kwando is going to go ahead and pull out his thing, and he's going to start ripping it around, okay? And getting ready for when this thing pops out. When it comes out, we need to be ready. It's going to try to retreat back. I'm going to try to move a little bit farther back, and Zira, you're going to have to move up closer on where I'm at. He then moves more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to try to get the back area. He steps. I think he was going to cover on top of the tent area to kind of try to cover up that area. Okay, and that movement right there, And then Toggle is going to go ahead and creep a little bit farther. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And with that, all of a sudden, crashing through the water, and Toggle's kind of just like walking over mindlessly and stuff. And he's kind of all of a sudden this thing just pops out of the waters, and then it is going to go ahead and grapple him. So let's go ahead and roll for that. It's going to be that. Nice versus nice. Cool. Yeah, darn it.
Toggle's just gonna punch him in the nose.
But he's smaller than him, so he has an advantage. Gosh. Oh my gosh, I swear. Okay, cool. I hate it because I rolled so low. Like, when it comes to actually running the monsters and everything, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna run some monsters, you're gonna fight, it's gonna be a challenge. And then, like, you just roll super low, and you're like, what the heck? Like,
Oh, yeah.
come on, dice.
He likes to tease me. He's like, oh, guess what this thing's gonna be able to do? Guess what this thing can do to you? Like, he's got all these really cool things, and it's like, you don't even get to use it. And I'm like, you gotta be careful too, though, how much you try to use that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh yeah, it can like do this, and then it can like do this and this, and I'm like, you're gonna wipe us all out in like one hit. And he's like,
So then I try to bring it back, but then it's like, this is boring. Cool. This bear just charges out of the water and stuff. Okay. Toggle kind of is like, oh gosh, and then. No, he kind of like turns and he's like, oh, Zira, what do I do?
punch it!
It then smashed it down, and it is like right above Toggle. Toggle is kind of like backing up a little bit. It is going to go ahead and grapple it with one arm. So it is the grapple, and then it also is going to use the maul attack on him and stuff. Okay, so we're going to go ahead
Did
and
he use
that.
all of his actions to?
So basically, it basically used 2 actions to shoot out the ice.
No, Toggle. Oh, and then he had a prepared action, huh?
Yep, and he prepared his actions so that he was able to move and then grapple. And then let's do this. Yeah. See, like that. Okay, cool. Just gotta make sure I keep track of my actions and stuff, because basically what I did was she had her 4 actions, and then this bear took its 4 actions, and it saved 2 actions for a attack.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically so use those already. So it's like whenever somebody comes close, he's gonna charge, use an action to move, and then it's gonna use an action to attack with the maul or grapple. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now Toggle and Kwando both used 4 actions to be able to move. Now it's the bear's turn again. Okay, so now the polar panther is now gonna have it successfully grappled him. It's gonna have 4 actions to maul him.
Okay.
Cool. Let's do this. So we're gonna do maul. We're gonna increase the damage to it. Gosh. Oh gosh, I'm gonna make you pay through Toggle, sadly. So that's going to be a 15 against Toggle.
It's 12. So that's a regular.
A regular hit. So that's 3 damage to Mr. Toggle here. Okay, let's go ahead.
A regular.
4 damage. Actually, I'm sorry. And it just grabs him, and it just. Okay, and then he's like, I fall that one. You can see Kwando kind of chuckling and stuff a little bit. You can see wrapping his rope and stuff. Okay, and with that, it is going to throw him. I'll use an action to throw him into the water. Okay. And it can throw him 1, 2, 3 right there. Okay, and then it's going to use this last action to move. It is slowed. Oh, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Now, what were the conditions for Kwando's saved action?
The conditions for...
He had a saved action with his thing, didn't he?
No.
Oh.
So basically, he used 2 of his actions to move, and Toggle used 2 actions to move. So that was 4 actions total.
Gotcha.
Basically, basing them into the same stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Turn-wise to make it easy for me mentally. I'm running the monsters and the players. Cool.
Not hard. Come.
It is your go.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and.
You can see it's snarling. It's turning its back. It's just kind of trying to move its way back and back farther and stuff. You can lightly. I mean, you can only see somewhat shadow of it, but it's very hard to track. So it's partially, I should say, partially hidden, because I mean, your vision is only this far. So you really can't see it that well. You can just hear the yelling and the screaming, and then you just know that Toggle went into the water.
All right, I'll move closer.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put you right there. Okay.
Okay.
You can barely. I don't know if you can see it. You can tell. You can hear it's the sound of it. Okay, in the distance. Okay, it's still a little ways away. It's like 2.
I can't see the glowing.
6, 8. No, because then that would make it too easy for you. There's 8 spaces, which is like 8 times 5. That's going to be, if I can do math, 40 feet away.
Okay. I'll move a little bit closer then.
Okay, so 1 action to move. Second action. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it. Did you want to take 1 more step closer and do its...
Nope.
Okay.
Did you take another bleeding damage?
Yeah, I'll give that to him.
Okay. All right.
You can see its back is to you and stuff, and then it kind of sees you kind of moving quickly up to it. It quickly turns and is ready to... It kind of growls into the ground, and its claws are ripping tight, and it's ready to just jump at you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna attack it again.
You're shooting your...
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use stamina to do the snare. So I will attack. I will power it up. I get advantage on my first attack. Okay, so 18, 22?
22, that's going to be a brutal hit.
Okay.
It had pretty low PD.
Okay.
Yep, you pull back. You pull back your arrow and you line it up in your sights and stuff, and you just fire straight ahead and stuff, okay?
So it's 6 damage total.
6 damage total?
Yeah, 2 bludgeoning and 4 piercing.
Okay.
Or, I guess, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Are these additional? That's something else I have to look up. Is this additional damage against the weapon? Because it's added to the weapon.
Okay, so Hunter Strike. Okay. You can add these abilities, I'm assuming. Correct? And so basically, Snare does 2 bludgeoning damage and a physical save against it. So...
Is it on top of the normal attack?
I don't know if it is.
So like 2 would be the base damage. And then you have the...
Yeah, because if you're throwing your snare, it's not like you're shooting your arrow and then it's attached to your arrow, and so it's like piercing and it would be
so
using your...
it's 2 damage plus then another 3, so 5 damage.
5 damage.
And then you have to make a physical save.
No. Physical save. Let's go. It's going to be a 12.
Nope. You are grappled. Haha.
It's just ripping and snarling.
And you have a D8 help die against you.
Gotcha.
Now, Kwando!
Kwando kind of charges forward. Nice.
With the 10.
Give me that, you. Come here. Yep, Kwando kind of moves in. I'll go ahead and finish it up there. Yeah, Kwando, Toggle's still kind of like lapping it up in the pool. Kwando kind of comes over and stuff and kind of goes and it sees like one of its claws starting to try to rip out from underneath the knitting. What is it?
Yeah, it's probably like a bolo, I would imagine, kind of thing. Or...
Yeah. He is rope swirls and it just clips around and it wraps around his throat and it tightens up around it and then the bear kind of like and then it catches its voice and it kind of picks up and it says, "Let's go, Zira. Come on, pull!" And then it kind of pull at it and stuff, and you guys knock it to the ground. Okay.
Knock it unconscious somehow. Oh, he gets was that an attack on him?
Let's go ahead and attack it.
Yeah. And you get a D8 help die, I guess.
Yeah, let's do it. So, yeah, there we go. That's an 18 plus 2. Plus whatever. Is whatever his is stuff, which is a 2. So that's a 22. So, yeah, he is knocked out. Good
Yay!
Job. It's got a polar panther.
Okay, I'm going to go rescue Toggle now.
He is like face down in the water.
Very funny, Toggle. I'm just gonna like grab him and pull him out.
Out of the water. He kind of is like glazed eyes and stuff, and he's like, it's like, yo, you have to make a good team.
Well, we make a great team. You just kind of stupidly walked next to the water's edge where the bear was hiding. I'm gonna go ahead and I've got a med kit. I've got medical. How many medical items do I have? I don't know. You can do medicine check.
Medicine check for Toggle? Yep, you can do that. Well, we're going to start doing that as after every rest. You can do it.
6.
6, a no-go. You tried to kind of bandage his wounds, but you can see that he's bleeding pretty well and stuff. He's not bleeding. Condition-wise, he's just... Yeah, the bandages aren't really holding it pretty well. What you have is not really well suited for his injuries. He's limping away aside. All right, then, we got what we wanted. Let's go ahead and bag this thing up and let's take it down.
Look at this.
A bit of a challenge, but... We've
got a handy little tent that we can turn into a sleigh.
And with that, you guys take it out. Let's go ahead and roll for actually a... Let's go ahead and roll for a... Awareness? Investigation? Yeah.
Investigation?
Yeah, let's do investigation.
18.
18, you were able to find a couple things, okay?
Oh.
As you're kind of going through, you find what appears to be sticking out of this creature, polar panther, is a dagger. Okay, now this is a strange looking dagger and stuff. It is wrapped in a red kind of leather on the handle part of it and stuff, and it appears to have somewhat like of a compass, but like a blood compass at the end of it.
Okay.
You can tell, and then that it also is what appears to be somewhat of a drow. It has like a spider symbol into it. Okay, and it's a black blade, and it's called the Blood Hunter's Blade. Call it that.
Blood Hunter's Blade.
Correct.
Okay.
The other thing that you were able to find is in this stuck away as you were pulling Toggle out of the muck of the water. Okay, you see what appears to be something shiny, and in the water is the ring.
Ooh. The One Ring?
No, not the one. I'm like, here I am, like writing all these like items and stuff that she could find, and it's like, darn it, like a ring. I wrote a ring. And yeah, I'll give you a ring worth 5 gold pieces, okay? And it's missing its gem part of it, okay? So you can either use it as a magical item and put a magical gem in there, or you can just sell it off and make that 5 GP. You have to sell it though.
Yeah, well, look at this. I've got a spot where I can put a ring. I just have to get a magic gem. I totally forgot about the staff with the snake head.
Because you pull it out and stuff, and you kind of look at it.
I had this thing.
You kind of see it kind of curl its head. You already rolled it, didn't you, for that Arcana? For it? Okay. You can see that it's kind of cracking and it's starting to give somewhat of a life, but then it's crackling back. So you kind of try to focus your thoughts on it. Cool. With that, you guys are ready to go to Methdoom and meet your friends, Lucasaur and
Yay!
yeah.
Oh.
You guys, it is somewhat of a travel. Let's see if I can keep going. Yeah, let's keep going with it.
Oh, we're gonna keep going?
Yeah. Let's do this. Cool. Kwando says, this is my plan, so we will rest. That works for you for a little bit here in the mouth of Methdoom, okay? You guys have made it all the way down and stuff. You guys have a pretty heavy bag, and it is weighed. Toggle has just been working his butt off and just bleeding out as he's trying to like hold the ropes and everything.
I'm not asking Toggle to.
Him and Kwando. No, Toggle is just taking it up. He's like, no, I'm doing this.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Hi.
He got in. You missed the awesome battle with the polar panther.
Yeah, you missed the polar panther, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Nothing like a polar panther battle combat. so,
Oops. Yeah. We didn't announce the live stream. It's because our live stream is different every single week as far as the time.
We got our adventurers talking on the chat.
Sorry. Yeah.
My buddy said to call them. My brother said to call the chat, not chat, but like something fun. So we got to call him something else. Yo, what's going on? Adventure peeps. What's up, my home dogs? What's up, my homies?
The T-Doggets.
T-Doggets?
The T-Doggers. I don't know. But sorry, Expo. Like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're trying to go through and kind of get into like more audio and stuff for what is it? Audio.
For the podcast.
Listening and stuff. You know, we understand it's like
yeah,
we're in that growing stage, so but yeah, we'll have to start promoting it more.
Yeah.
Whenever
like, I thought about it, but then it was like I had no clue. Like by the time we were like, oh yeah, we're ready to play today, it was like, oh well, we didn't broadcast anything. Oh well, it's audio's off sync again. Really?
No, it's not. They're tricking us. I like spent some time. And maybe by like a little bit.
I gotta check this now.
Huh?
Fact checkers.
No. Just we're almost finished, okay? You know what? Deal with it. Deal with it.
Okay.
Cool.
Split second off. Oh, we got confirmation.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. Cool. Yep. Toggle and Kwando are kind of taking this big thing and stuff. Toggle is very focused on proving himself. You can hear him. He kind of reaches over and grabs and blocks off an area of like a slash that he took from the polar panther. He's like, oh, all right, it's coming down. You got it.
I'm helping.
You're at the very bottom, and you are able to collect the bag that has the knocked out polar panther. You guys kind of cart your way over toward where it appears to be the main tented area and stuff, where a lot of what did I call them? Traders are kind of camping out for the moment. Just ahead of you, you can see. Oh, my music stopped, didn't it?
I wonder if we had like a. I wonder if that's why it's off. I wonder if something happened.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Where's my...
That's why it's off.
There we go. Okay.
Wow, sorry. We're like failing all of a sudden. We were rocking it and. Then...
Well, at least Twitch is still going.
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, we just.
Okay.
Just jinxed us.
No. Cool. Yeah, you can see what appears to be a lot of the travelers and stuff. You kind of stay back a little bit, and I'm hoping that you're kind of utilizing that fabric and stuff, okay?
I was just going to say that I'm going to, try to cover myself up, disguise myself a little bit.
as you are going through with it, Kwando looks back at you, and then he says, he points to keep your head, what's called down, and then he looks at you kind of confused, and then he's like, and then he continues on forward. He kind of communicates with some of the other travelers and stuff here, and you guys find a nice tent where you guys can rest at for a little bit, okay?
Cool.
With that,
I'm good, but yeah. I think I will use this time.
Yep.
To like try to figure out what some of my things do.
Cool. Kwando says, I will be back. I need to communicate with some of the Drow as well as Lakasor to figure out our next plan of action.
Mm-hmm.
I would give you this opportunity to somewhat look around. And then he then goes and walks over to, like, rummages through something, and then he grabs what appears to be like a silver plate thing, whatever, and he kind of hands it to you.
What's this for?
And as you look at it, you can see your face and your features are white. You are very, like, gnomish, like very underdark looking. Okay, you look exactly the same, but you are like somewhat of a.
Oh, cool! So
As your
this
as
green
your
cloak
green
that I
cloak
have.
slides to the side, whatever, and so all of a sudden, your face completely changes back.
Oh. Christopher says, Christine is white? Yes, I am. It's amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I keep that cowl up and well secured. And I'm gonna go look for some more green fabric.
There wasn't any green fabric.
I know.
He kind of goes off and stuff and starts talking with some of the other catchers in the area. Okay. Toggle's like, I need to bandage myself up a little better.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help.
Try to help.
Can I help him again?
Yes, but it's a short rest, so that's the only thing you'll be able to do. And he'll try to assist you as well. Okay. So with the 6, so that's at least 17.
Plus I also have 4 in medicine. 21.
21. Oof, yeah. He is 1, 2. 2. Let's bring him up to let's bring him up 3. Not that 3. There we go. And he is you guys wrap him up really good. Okay. You're able to find appears to be something medical wraps and stuff, and wrap up his leg and wrap up his side so he kind of can handle it, and it starts to heal up during this rest time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll give you this time to kind of just, if you want to, wander around and stuff. You guys are no longer in your rest.
Okay. Can I look for a magical gem to put in my ring?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Just walk around and find whatever the heck you want. Oh no, there's an army of Drow that is like waiting for you right here. I have a gem for you.
Thanks. I'll take it. Pop it in my ring. I've become all powerful.
Yeah.
I just snap my fingers and all the Drow die.
As you step out of your tent and stuff with your cowl over your head and stuff, you kind of walk in. You can see what appears to be similar kind of types, similar to Kwando, sitting by a fire and roasting things that they have caught. You can see a bunch of cages littered in this area right here, full of creatures that are kind of either knocked out or kind of violently trying to break at the cages. Okay, this whole chamber area is just loud and just cacophony. You can't really rest.
No.
There's a lot of action happening because right now is when all of the catchers or whatever. Let me write that down. What is
Traders.
it? Traders. All the traders assemble at the mouth of Methdoom to trade off what they've caught and different things. You can see as well a mixture of types of people and stuff, different humanoid-esque kind of beings, kind of scared and skittered in one of the cages and stuff. Okay, and then to the back you can see what appears to be a magically dark cave.
Oh dear. Well, I'm not gonna mess around too much, honestly, because
Yes.
that's not my mission. I'll probably just spend some time.
A couple more things as you kind of go wrap around this opening and stuff. You can hear a giant wind, a powerful, just a presence and stuff. And as you go down to this way, you can see somewhat different in this area. And when you enter into this area, you do see what appears to be the mouth of Methdoom. Okay, it is the main entrance to Methdoom. Okay, and to the left of it, you can see what appears to be somewhat of a statue of the spider queen of
Off, yeah.
and and yeah, you see what appears to be the outpost that's built into the walls and stuff of what appears to be the Drow, has Drow flags or has, like, you know what I mean, the presence of that. And it's pretty locked up and guarded up. Okay, this is quiet in this area, but through the gates the wind is blowing. You can tell that it is kind of like a Walmart, whatever, and stuff, but it has air conditioning, just blasting. Okay.
As you walk through, she's like,
it's cool in here. It's cool in here. Greetings. Hey, how's it going? Maybe your Methdoom greeters.
Yeah.
Cool.
The old retirees who just need something to do.
Yeah. Pretty much. And a gigantic tree that protrudes and it hangs over. It's kind of like a wall, I would say. A gigantic, humongous wall. And the entrance, and it has stalactites that shoot down. And inside, there is that gated opening that's locked up. And a tree just to the right of it that looms above, up and over the wall. Okay? It is probably about 100 to 200 feet tall. Okay?
It's a tall tree.
Yes. And yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna head back to the tent.
Good. Kwando kind of greets you and he says, tomorrow we will. The plans will be all taken care of. Lagasaur isn't down here yet, but they'll be down here soon, and then we'll commune with them and figure out our plans.
And our polar panther is gonna sleep for that long? It's good?
Yes, I was able to obtain some mushrooms from Sesame, and we can keep it Seamuck, and he can keep him sedated for enough time before we take it into the Drow.
I mean, there would have to be some kind of measures for people to be able to take for creatures like that, I would imagine. So
yes,
that's good. Yeah. Can I spend some time like inspecting this new dagger?
Yes, you can.
Do you have stats on it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, cool.
Roll for Arcana.
Do you?
Roll for Arcana.
Do you have stats on it? Okay.
Of course I have stats on it. I have stats on everything. I got stats on stats on stats, Christine. Gosh.
Most of the time you're like, oh yeah, you get this thing. I don't know what it actually does, but you know, I gave you this
back and forth and stuff. Like sometimes I'm like have things prepared, and sometimes I'm just like.
That's a 17.
17 on Arcana. Is your kind of? Are you skilled in Arcana or no?
No, but I'm doing good with it.
You kind of are looking at this dagger. It is a very beautiful dagger. You know that it is a Drow dagger, and you probably should keep it hidden when passing by them.
Oh,
you do not want them to see that. Okay. Now, as you're kind of let's call it, you don't know what kind of magic it is and stuff. Tago kind of looks at it for a second, and then he kind of rips it out of your hands.
Hey.
And then he says, and then he kind of he looks at you, and then he kind of just slashes his hand, and then he throws you the dagger, and you catch it, and you see his blood on the dagger, and then you notice something moving at the very bottom of the hilt, and all of a sudden the blood inside of that little glass chamber at the bottom of it, it starts to make into an arrow and point at him.
Cool. So it's a hunter's mark blade.
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
I think I've seen one of these things before. Better be careful with it.
But yes, I'll keep it hidden.
And with that, that's all I got. Man, I don't have anything else. It's all story-wise. I went through all my story.
That was a good game. So, and then the green.
Yep. So, watch us next time. We will make sure to post and let people know and stuff.
It'll probably be in the evening next Wednesday because I have clients.
We try to kind of keep it on a schedule and stuff, but it goes back and forth.
We try to keep it on Wednesdays, but I didn't have to work late today, so we decided to just go ahead and play early. The kids are off at Grandma and Grandpa's, so we've got the free time. But most of the time, at least for the rest of the season, I would imagine it would be closer to the 8 o'clock hour on Wednesdays. But yeah, I will try when we have at least a rough idea of when we're gonna play, try to post something.
Yep. I think that's what I really want to do is start posting these more and stuff because we're making them for just like a podcast thing and stuff to like build our episodes and for people to listen from one to the next and next. So, and then whenever we go live, whoever we catch, but I really enjoy talking with people and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes my wife gets tiring after. It's like, come on, babe, you're taking too long. Sorry to boss my wife. Lie.
Hey, and I mean, they would have told you.
God.
You know that at least one of these viewers here would have told you to attack with that polar panther instead of hide. They would have.
You're right. He would have told me to attack with it.
They would.
But then I would have used up all my actions just to move to her, and then she would have just been like, "Cool, let me just pull on blades and cha 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 cha." He's dead. And then
I kind of did that anyway.
I've run into that problem before. No, it was actually really good that he hid, and then he jumped out and he just thrashed at one of your guys.
Yeah.
I was like,
Toggle.
Yeah, let me just. Yeah.
Jumped out, grappled him, slaughtered him, and then threw him into the muck.
If only he would rolled higher, because he was a base damage of 3, and Toggle's what, like 7?
7. Yeah.
He would have hit with the brutal, like if it was a brutal hit.
It would have killed Toggle.
And I killed him. He would have been knocked down. Cool.
Yeah, so this is the only problem. Like, it's a good thing its AC wasn't that high, because he's like, oh yeah, it's like your little level 2 characters. And, oh, by the way, I know you only have, like, 7 health, but here's 6 damage first hit, and that was his first action, so let's do it again. And like,
yeah. But you have 11 hits, so you should be good.
Yeah, so I can take 1.5 hits instead of just 1.
You can take 1.5, 6 hits. 6 damage hits. Yeah.
Yeah, 1.5.
Hey.
And I'll float in the muck.
Hey, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys on here and stuff. Who's on for our lives and stuff right now. Like I said, we appreciate it and stuff, and we're going through DC20. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Actions are so much easier. 1, 2, 3, 4 actions, but obviously they don't like health wise. Yeah. You know, like we need more levels. But we will get more levels, and I'm also trying to do magical items that give them like additional health, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Take some shrooms, boost your HP. Nothing could go wrong with that, right?
Oh, and X-Bolt, I should warn you, concentration is no longer a thing, I believe. So you don't have to worry about concentrations, but you have to spend an action on each of your turns to continue concentration.
Yes. So when you're doing Bane...
And you're doing your spells and stuff, yeah. If you want to keep it up, yeah.
Not that he has to worry about that until the subclasses come out, but... Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun.
He's doing a lot of... Coach is doing a lot of changes, I feel like. A lot of just, like, little tweaks and...
A lot of tweaks to make it funner, better and stuff. Make it easier and stuff for... It's like...
Literally unplayable, huh?
So... Literally unplayable.
If you have no concentration. It's alright. We'll give you coffee. You'll be fine.
Yeah, actually, I've been giving my guys new jobs, and I think that's going to go over toward Pete, one of our players, X-Bolt. He's going to start making coffee as I set up the shows and stuff. So
you get to spin the coffee while he spins the whatever he's spinning.
Yeah, so X-Bolt, our players will be focused for you to watch us on the next game, which won't be for a while.
Yeah.
But this has been fun, and like I said, let's finish it up.
Okay.
Zira, you are ready to go into the mouth of Methdoom, okay? And there will be a lot to happen. you'll be running into Drow. You'll be going to places that you shouldn't be in, and we'll see how well that plays out. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. Just until next time. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Should be good. Unless we get bored and play on Friday too. Could happen.
We may.
Maybe some Pokemon.
Yeah, the Pokemon's been going real good.
Yeah.
I've really been enjoying it. Cool.
Yeah,
Have a good one. Have a good night.
Take care. Bye.